graders, and welcome to lesson 82 on the greatest common factor, which is also known as GCF. So remember that factors are going to be small numbers. They're going to be smaller than the number you started with. I've seen a lot of students mix up factors and multiples. So just keep remembering that factors are small. So the greatest common factor is the largest whole number that is a factor of both numbers that you're given, or more. Eventually you're going to be finding the greatest common factor of 3 numbers, or sometimes there's 4 numbers you need to know the greatest common factor of. So then they have to all have that factor, which means that they can divide evenly by that number. That's what a factor is, right? So if I had 8, if I can divide 8 by 4, then 4 is a factor of 8. So here's our first example. It says, find the greatest common factor, and we have 12 and 18. So the first step I'm going to have you do is write the numbers vertically. Then you're going to list all the factors of 12. So we've done it before with the little tree where you wrote them what they are. Now we're going to do it in a line. So 12, 1 times, and then over here I'm going to write what I multiply 1 times, which is 12. And now I'm going to go to 2. Is this number even? Yep, so it can divide by 2. So 2 times what is 12? 6. And now I'm going to go up again to 3. So 3 divides by 12 evenly. And it's 3 times 4 is 12. And now that I've gotten to where they've met each other and there's no other factors in between 3 and 4, there's no other whole numbers between 3 and 4, so that's easy. I know that these are all of the factors of 12. Now I need to do 18. So if you want, you can pause the video and then check to see if you get all of them. So 1 times 18, 2 times 9. And that tells me that there's no factors between 9 and 18 that would go evenly into 18. 3 times 6, and 4 isn't, 5 isn't, so then I know that I got all of them. And now my next step is to look for what ones they have in common. So they have 1 in common, they have 2 in common, they have 3 in common, they don't have 4, they have 6 in common. They don't have 9, they don't have 18 or 12. So now that I've done that, I'm going to look for the biggest. These are all common factors. I'm going to look for the biggest common factor, which is 6. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 18 is 6. Okay, try that with B on your own. You're going to write them vertically first, and then you're going to write all their factors. Circle the ones that are the same and find the biggest one. Now, why is this useful? Well, one of the reasons it's useful is because it can help us to reduce fractions quickly. So if you divide the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor, the fraction will be reduced to its simplest form. It's that easy. If you've divided them by the greatest common factor right from the start, you know that you have simplified your fraction as far as it can go. So let's try it out, okay? We're going to find the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. So first, I could do it right here. They're already vertical, but I'm going to write them down here instead. 15 and 100. Okay? And I'm going to go with 15. I got 1 and 15. 2 doesn't go into it, but 3 does. Times 5. 4, I can't, so there's all of my factors. And I'm purposely showing you it this way because even though there's a space here, that's okay. It's okay if it doesn't line up perfectly. This is a good way to make sure you get all of the factors. All right, so now we got 1 and 100, 2 and 50. Okay, not 3, 4 and 25, 5 and 20, and then 15, so we know that it's either 5, it could be 5, or it could be all the way up to 15. There's no factors between 5 and 15. So is 15 a factor of 100? No, it is not. So, since I know that 15 is not a factor, if I circle the ones it has in common, it has 5, and that is our greatest common factor. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 5 over 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 100 divided by 5 is 20. And so 3 over 20 is 1500ths in its most simplified form. This got kind of messy down here. I should have, with 100 left, even more space for myself since it's such a big number. Okay, why don't you try D on your own? So you're going to start it off this way. You're going to list the factors, find the biggest one, and then divide both the numerator and the denominator by that number. All right, so go ahead and get to work.